Hi, I'm Susan Hogan from the Staten Island Museum, and this is Super Science. The weather gets colder and the days get shorter. Soon winter will arrive and snow may even cover the ground. You and I live in a warm house and wear heavy coats when we go outside, and our food comes from a grocery store. But what about animals? How do they survive the winter? Animals do amazing things to get through the winter. Some animals, like birds, migrate or travel to other places where the weather is warm and they can find food. Animals like bears hibernate for part or all of the winter. Hibernation is a special deep sleep where the animal uses very little energy. The local animal population that stays in our own neighborhood is the inspiration for this week's Super Science activity. Many local animals stay put and remain active throughout the winter. They adapt to the changing weather by changing their behaviors. When food is hard to find, animals like squirrels gather food in the fall and store it to eat later. When food is scarce for wild animals, we can help by feeding them. I'm going to show you how to make a backyard feeding station. By observing the food station, we can learn how some animals spend the winter. Let's get started, and be sure to ask for an adult's help for this project. For this activity, you will need some or all of these items: popcorn, peanuts in a shell, cranberries, orange slices, string or yarn, needles, scissors, a butter knife, peanut butter, bird seed, and pine cones. Pine cone bird feeders are a classic and they are very simple to make. This project starts with a walk in the park to gather some pine cones. So I cut a piece of yarn about 18 inches long, and I'm going to tie a knot on the tip of the pine cone. Make a nice strong knot, so maybe double, triple knot. The next step is I'm going to take the butter knife and I'm going to spread the peanut butter on the pine cone. I'm going to work in an upward motion because I want to get peanut butter all over the cone and up inside all the individual cones. And the next step is to take a cone and we're going to roll it in the bird seed. I'm using sunflower seeds, but you can use any type of bird seed that you might have. Press it in gently so that it'll stick to the peanut butter. This feeder is ready to go. It's that simple. The second type of feeder I want to add to my feeding station is just as easy to make. I've cut a piece of yarn about 18 inches long and I triple knotted the end of it. So that's going to be the end. And I also threaded it through the needle. And remember to ask for your adult's help in this step. Now it's really simple. I'm just going to thread peanuts through. And then that knot is going to prevent them from falling off the bottom. I've thread about 10 peanuts on my piece of yarn, and it's that simple. I made 2 more feeders. I used the same process to string popcorn and 3 orange slices with cranberries in between to create a colorful dinner. Our feeders are ready. Now it's time to go outside and set up our backyard feeding station. I'm going to place my station very close to my back door on this porch rail. That way I can look out the back door or the window so I can observe and maybe even photograph any animals that might come to dine. So I'm just going to carefully tie. Now if you have a tree in your backyard, you could also tie your station to tree branches. I don't actually have a tree in my backyard, so I'm going to utilize this porch. My last feeder, the pine cones, I have a special place for those. I placed the pine cone feeder in a different area to see which location will attract more animals. Be patient. It might take some time for animals to find the food. Look for evidence that animals have been at the station. Things to consider: what animals visited the feeders? What feeders got the most action from hungry animals? What time of day did you notice animals at the feeding station? Record your observations in a science journal or notebook. You can even add any photos or sketches you make of the animals at the station. Thank you for watching Super Science Saturday with the Staten Island Museum. Feeding backyard visitors is a great way to get involved with nature and observe wild animals just by looking out your back door.